All right, I call this meeting to order. Thank you everyone for being here. Last meeting of 2025. What a year. Okay, agenda item number 2. Moving on to the BAC minutes. The minutes have been distributed and read. Are there any corrections that need to be made to the minutes?
I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
Always ridiculous.
All right, a perfect year for Betsy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and motion to approve the minutes. Can I get a second?
Second.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, all in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Fantastic. Any opposed, say nay. All right, fantastic. The minutes are approved. Holly, on the same agenda point, take us through the finances, please.
Money. I've got us pretty much reconciled for this year. So for grants, we spent a total of $179,483. Woohoo! Oops, we went over a little. We went over. Our budget was $167,537, and we spent an extra $11,000 and mini change on budgets. And that overage just comes from my general fund. I just pulled some money out of there again. I think we just all agreed that just given the nature of things, especially for our 501c3s that are really feeling the cuts from the Indiana Arts Commission and other federal funders, that they deserve that extra funding. Also, thanks to the Bloomington Urban Enterprise Association, who gave us a little more than their $50,000 allocation this year to cover some of those funds. So, yay! We will have the same amount of money to spend next year, $167,537, and we'll talk about that more next year. The other funds we had for this year was $5,000 in workshop expenses. For most of the workshops this year, we actually spent funds that we encumbered last year. So what we did was we encumbered $4,000 to go to Andrea Sterling, who does great professional development workshops. So she did a couple of professional development workshops for the artists who will be going into our artist studio spaces. Some of them are already there, and the rest will join before the end of the year. And we also encumbered some money for her to be able to do a few more of those professional development workshops for more members of our arts community in 2026. With the leftover $1,000, I gave it to Chaz so we can have a fun time at the party tonight. Okay, this $16,500 that we allocated for public art and grants, we have not spent that. And I don't think we're going to have an opportunity to get that out the door before the end of the year. And I just want to acknowledge that the committee that was assigned the task of deciding what to do with that funds this year has been through a lot this year. We had an unexpected change in leadership and some other big public art projects that kept us from having the time to do this. With your permission, what I would ask is just allowing me to use that $16,500 to pay for some other arts expenses that I need to cover before the end of the year. Would that be okay with you all? Do you want to ask questions and criticize me heavily?
Nope.
No.
Okay, awesome, thank you. And I'm happy to give you a tally of how that is spent in the new year. Before I stop talking, I realized I didn't.
What things are you needing the money for?
It will most likely be a couple of public art expenses, so money to pay vendors that helped us with some of the traffic box art projects and other art projects. I will probably spend some of that money too on grants, both for our BAC grants, but also we give pretty large grants to Constellation Stage and Screen and the Buzzkirk Chumley Theater to run our city-owned facilities every year. They can always use a little kickback. It takes a lot of money to operate those facilities. We're very lucky to have them doing that work, so I would most likely give some of that money to them as well. I realized, was I going to say something else about the arts grants? No, never mind. Okay, that's it. I'm happy to answer any questions.
I do have just a couple looking for updates. What's happening with Undulate? And and that was going to be we were working with I think towards having a piece of art down on the Miller Showers
Correct.
property.
Yes.
What's happening with those?
Yes, great question. Thanks for asking. So the Undulate project, which is over at the Hopewell Commons, that piece has actually been fabricated. It's just sitting in storage right now. It took a little work to find a concrete contractor, and by the time that contractor was selected and under contract, the concrete would have had to sit for 30 days before we could do that installation. And what we realized was by the time the concrete was set for that piece, it would have been too cold to be able to do the actual installation. So we agreed with the artist to do that in spring of 2026. And I've promised the funders of that project that I will keep close tabs on the artist in 26 to make sure that we get a timely install. For Miller Showers, I would like to turn to that in early 2026. I think we'd like to kind of get the work on the convention center selection process done before we start a new artist selection process, but I am anticipating that we kick that off pretty early into 26, and we will still have $150,000 for that project.
Whatever happened to the fire station?
The fire station, we are negotiating the funding for that right
Okay.
now. And I can say, I'll say, I don't want to get too much in the weeds about this, but I think one thing I've realized about the One Person for the Arts project is, you know, our ordinance gives a lot of leeway, you know, and it's kind of like the One Person for the Arts projects right now, they're kind of at, they're discretionary, right? It says in the ordinance, it is recommended that you do this, right?
Oh, no.
And some people take this very seriously, and other people just forget about it. And I think that one thing that I, and probably with your support next year, could do a better job of is just tracking all of those projects, because all of those projects, like these smaller ones like the fire station, just aren't making it onto my radar, simply because I think folks at the city don't know that this policy exists. And we also have an opportunity with this ordinance. It doesn't have to necessarily be site-specific work. So for example, just because a fire station is being renovated doesn't mean we have to do an art project at the fire station. We also have the opportunity just to create a fund where we take that 1% of the funds and just let that grow so we could focus somewhere else. So one thing I'd like to
That
spend
would be
some
great.
time doing, in 26, is just exploring the option to creating that fund and working with you all to decide like how we're prioritizing things. And also I think, you know, like folks like the fire station, I think, and I love this about them, you know, they see that, oh my gosh, there's this ordinance, and they reach out to me and they need something yesterday. And I think there's also some like misunderstanding of like, we can't do that. You know, we can't give them a good piece of art. Like we need time to like prioritize everything for each year to make sure something good's happen. So I think it's just going to be kind of a matter of working with colleagues in other departments to just give ourselves a longer runway to make these things happen. And we're very lucky we now have somebody in our department whose title is just Capital Projects Manager. So they're responsible for overseeing things now like the entire development of Hopewell. And she's offered to help me work on this a little. So having that extra like staff capacity to help me on this will be a big help for next year.
So can we, I guess maybe as individuals, can we as a commission help address that ordinance to tighten it up?
I would love you to do that, yes. And I do think we should, because again, the way it's written now, it's like, we actually are supposed to do an annual report on this, but I don't think this is something that's ever been done. You know, I don't think, nobody at this table has, Lila, I think you've been here the longest.
I have.
Not specifically on the 1%.
Yeah, we
Addressing
always go
yeah.
brag about ourselves, but we're never like, this is where we're focusing this year for public art, right? So, yeah,
Well, let's keep that on the radar.
yeah, that's definitely on my list of things to address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Moving along to agenda item number 3, city updates. I guess we can continue if there are more questions for the city. We can- City updates and questions.
We're just winding down the year right now, trying to get our last batch of contracts out the door, and just trying to wrap the year. Again, I'm gonna do some work at the end of the year, just kind of trying to do some planning for 26. I think one thing we've discussed at these meetings is, I think sometimes there's a lack of transparency of like what I am working on as like the city arts person, that you might not be working on as arts commissioner. So I'm gonna spend some time thinking about that at the end of this year and next year, and hopefully in February 26, I'd like to just report out on how I'm thinking about that now. So yeah, that's what I'll be working on. Yeah. But I'm happy to answer any more questions.
You haven't seen anything from Lynn yet, have you? Okay. Okay. Feels quieter than usual today. I don't know why. Okay. Agenda item number 4: update from Public Art Interim Chair.
So the exciting thing is the convention center. So since we last met, we were able to close out the applications. I think we received 180 for the call through Holly, like doing a first sweep. She was able to get that down to 60, and the Public Art Subcommittee, and Betsy, thank you, looked through these applications. And then we were able to kind of narrow it down even more. And so today we were able to meet with, I guess, the CIB recommendation board, and kind of get it down to like 8 or whatever. So that's pretty exciting. It's a lot of talented artists. It was not easy. And we're still like, finalizing things, making sure that, we're confident about the people that are going to be moving on to like the final round. So, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as like the convention center and how, what the progress is there.
We should finish that on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to meet again on Monday to kind of like wrap that up. So.
And then you'll be like extending invitations to it's 5, right, finalists, or no?
Yeah, so the way we're going to break it down is to have 5 finalists, and then we'll have like up to 3 alternates.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're landing there.
Cool.
Yep, and I'll reach out to all of them before the end of the year. We're gonna hit that goal.
Can we see where, who you've got it down to? Is there a list somewhere of the 8?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I will. So what I'm gonna do, so we kind of like today we looked at the top applicants, and it was actually really cool. I think there was a lot of alignment between what the recommendation committee was like gravitating towards and what the arts commissioners gravitated towards. So that made it easier. And so what we kind of agreed on, Christina, Rob, and I, we've seen each other many times today. And what we agreed on was we took that group and we asked the recommendation committee today to kind of categorize people as A, B, or C.
Oh, yeah.
So A being like definite finalists, B's being maybes or alternates, and C's being like, we love y'all, but this is not the moment. And so I'm going to share that list back with the CIB recommendation committee just so they can have it and be prepared for a discussion on Monday, but I'd happily share that with the public arts subcommittee as well. That makes sense.
Yeah,
And there were some names much further down the list that were called up and reviewed again. And
Really?
so,
Yeah.
this is, it was a very productive meeting.
Yeah, it was
And
great.
a lot of good
yeah.
synergy there.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Maya was there.
Yeah, Maya Michelson is part of that committee.
Okay.
Yeah, so it felt really good. I think Galen, who's like technically the chair of that committee, had some, he's also the owner of Uptown.
Oh, Galen? Oh.
Yeah, he had some really thoughtful feedback, I
Yeah.
thought. So
That's
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, it was really great. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Great. Well, yeah. Thank you all for being a part of that and updating us. It's exciting.
It's really exciting. It's
Like
like
it is.
exciting. I'm nervous, of course, you know,
Right.
because it's like we've talked a lot about. Okay, we have to make sure we like select like the best lighting artists who have applied and the best like installation artists who have applied, and we have to make sure that like we're gonna get 5 fantastic proposals and no duds. There's a lot of pressure, but
It is,
I think
it is
yeah,
tricky.
yeah. But
I just wanted to say one thing. I was on the committee way back in the day when Maya was in charge of the Daly and Knox piece that
Oh
ended
my
up
God.
at the,
yeah.
and so I just want to tell you
Yeah.
that it's hard.
Yeah.
All of this is hard.
Yeah.
And you end up maybe with something you didn't really ask for.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think there have definitely been a lot of conversations about, well, someone's going to be mad, like, you know, and I think that's also though part of public art.
It's so
If everyone was
hard.
happy, I think that'd be a failure. Like, I just.
In fact, I swore I would never be involved with public art again.
Yeah, yeah.
But here I am.
Wow.
No, it's a great project. So it'll be good.
Okay. Any other comments or questions for public art crew? All right. Agenda item number 5, update from Grants Chair, Layla.
Hello. Meeting on the 19th is canceled. I think well.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, $180,000 almost this year. That's crazy. It was great. It's been fun. It's been a good 4 years. Thank you, everyone. Gerard, you're taking over in some interim capacity or no?
We'll discuss it today, but I think Paul and I.
Paul,
are-
cool. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
That's
That's
awesome.
great.
Yeah, so it's been fun. Thank you all.
Thank you
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
for all everything.
Yeah, it's been great.
Are you planning to be here in January? You technically still have one.
Yeah, you've got one.
Yeah,
more.
well, I was wondering about that. Do I can, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be here. I just
We
didn't
need
know if
to,
you
we need
wanted.
to review all the guidelines
Yeah.
before.
Okay, I
we-
probably actually, it will be helpful to us to talk about the schedule for next year, like.
Yeah, it's
the
some sort of like
pacing.
transition.
Yeah.
Either like as a full subcommittee or
Yeah.
like
Totally.
just
Yeah,
Yeah.
leadership. So
cool.
Cool.
stay tuned for that. Cool. Yeah, any other questions or notes for? All
Great.
right. Yeah, thank you. Okay, from your chair, me. A couple quick things. One, all right, the task force. It's happening. Things are moving along. We met after the public art subcommittee meeting in November, and we like really pushed through some stuff. Paul and Christina and Gretchen brought some really great feedback, and we've are kind of taking what the old strategic plan was and like diving into it, kind of like maybe taking out parts that were redundant or not necessary, or maybe didn't fully accurately reflect on what we're doing, adding in sort of like new language, but then also kind of like we've assessed sort of like done a good job, I think, of identifying realistic goals for the next 3 years, and I think we're on track to present something in January to the group. So stay tuned. Okay. The next leadership team, am so thrilled to announce that I think we have a leadership team that we need to vote on today to start on February 1st, as I announced in the midpoint email. We are going to sort of go through position by position, and we have to do sort of we have to do a vote on them, and then we'll just feel great and go party, pretty much. So okay, I'll go ahead and start with chair. Netta. I always feel I always get.
You said it right.
I said it right. Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic. I second guess myself. As someone whose name also gets mispronounced all the time. Has volunteered to take on the role of chair starting on February 1st, taking over for me. Super appreciative of that. Thank you.
Try my best.
So yeah, real quick, I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve Netta as the upcoming chair. Can I get a second on that?
Second.
Fantastic. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay.
We didn't vote.
I don't think I'm allowed to.
Any abstentions? All right, fantastic. Thank you all, Netta. Thank you so
all right,
much.
thank you
Our
all.
next chair. Woohoo. Okay. Moving on. Vice chair. Rob has offered to take up the role of vice chair.
Good.
Yeah, we'll be taking over for Christina, who's served on that role for I believe 2
2
years, 3 years.
years.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Great.
So yeah, thank you so much for that, Rob.
Yeah, look forward to it. Looking forward to getting to know you.
Definitely working more together.
So yeah, can I get I'd like a motion to vote on Rob Shakespeare as the next vice chair. Can I get a verbal second on that? Yeah. Second? All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. All right, fantastic. Thank you, Rob. Betsy is going to stay on as secretary. I don't think we need to vote on that today. Vote on that vote, so, but yeah, thank you for just keeping on batting 1,000. Okay, moving on to the subcommittee chairs. We didn't scare Christina. She wants to stay on as the public art subcommittee chair in a non-interim capacity and full capacity. Thank you for Christina for you've been doing great work so far, and very much looking forward to see you continuing on in that role. I'm going to go ahead and motion to vote that Christina moves into the public art subcommittee chair role.
I second.
Second, fantastic. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. All right, we're doing great. Okay, and last but certainly not least, for the grants subcommittee, Paul and I are going to, I think, work as co-chairs on that committee, just based on the sort of the consistent volume of work that committee has to work through, and also I think upcoming procedural changes with sort of the new landscape both in the city and in the state. I think there's just going to be sort of a lot to sort of take on in the coming year. And so Paul and I are going to work together on that, along with, of course, with the subcommittee. So yeah, I'm going to a motion to approve Paul and I as co-chairs for the grants subcommittee. Second. All right, thank you, Betsy. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Okay, we did it. we have, yeah. All right. And that's all for agenda item number 6. Again, thank you to everyone stepping up. Thank you. I think Layla is the only one that's formally leaving a leadership position because Christina's staying on and I'm moving on into another capacity. But yeah, thank you for for your work. Agenda item number 7: upcoming events and important dates. It's the holidays, y'all.
Party tonight.
Yeah, of course. Party tonight. I hope to see you all there.
The Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology is our Commissioner Brandy McDonald's event on the 11th. There's a holiday market at Orbit Room tomorrow night.
Okay.
Yep.
There's one everywhere.
Yeah.
And the one at the Waldron.
There's one at the Waldron.
Oh shoot! Oh, the Waldron one is cool. Has anybody?
I saw the Sarah did a great job.
Yeah. So
I've been to that. I think, is it the one that was open on the Friday gallery walk?
that makes
I went there.
sense.
That's good.
That's cool because instead of just like a pop-up market that happens only for like 3 or 4 hours once, this is an invitation to artists just to have their work for sale all month long, and it's also going to be open during like the most popular theater show of the year at the Waldron. This is the first year in many years that Constellation has done their holiday performance at the Waldron versus the Buskirk Chumley Theater, so they're going to have hordes of people coming in and out, and so this is a great opportunity to showcase and sell a lot of work by our local artists. It's a great, awesome idea. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It's really
Why
cool.
did do you know why they chose the Waldron for the big show? Or
That's a great question.
Okay. No, you don't need to answer that question.
There's a balance between rental costs and
Yeah.
being in-house,
Yeah.
No.
but then there's the balance between a cast,
Yeah.
and when you have a bigger audience, obviously, they can get paid more easily.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a juggle, as I understand it.
Okay, got it. Well, it's good for the artists.
Yeah, I think in the space of those performances, there's some Christmas movies I think being shown at the
That's right, yeah.
at the VCT.
At the
So
VCT,
if
yeah.
you're looking to see some holiday class, I think they had Gremlins was one of them. Gremlins, Elf, some unconventional Christmas films, but then also some more conventional Christmas films. So. Okay, yeah. Any other notable events? Folks want to highlight? Okay. On a similar note, any announcements? Yeah, things that people are excited about or looking forward to, or just want to share with the group.
Elliot and I just saw Stefan Ries in Amsterdam.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true,
So he, so Stefan Ries is the artist who did OT 987,
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
installation that happened in April in the Trades District, and he was accepted to be one of the, I don't know how many artists, 13
Something like
artists
that.
to have a temporary light installation as part of this year's Amsterdam Light Festival. So we got to go see him and his piece and some other really cool temporary light installations around the different canals in Amsterdam, and he's doing
Very
really
cool.
great, and it was fun to catch up with him and just also see what other types of work folks are doing out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just saw John Rasick today.
Oh, I'm gonna see him tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah. Yeah. Time to pour that concrete. Okay, great. Well, and as far as I can tell, there is no
Somebody,
there is no public.
yeah.
Um,
No cyber attacks.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh.
That was a classic.
That was this.
Yeah.
That was this year, right?
That was this year.
That was
That was
terrifying.
artistic.
God.
Was
That
that
was
artistic
great.
advancement?
I mean,
It was the first one. No,
Yeah. Oh, it was Arts Project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Actually, you know what?
No, it was. No, it was. You're right.
It was?
You're right. You're right.
I'm gonna call a timeout here. I'm gonna make everyone here share a memorable moment from 2025. Like when you think about this past year and like a special arts moment that you had. Yeah.
Yes, you really
Yeah.
were just in
Any,
control.
just yeah,
Does it
anything.
have to be good or?
No, no. It could be good. It could be.
Have to be here?
Nope. No, just a little bit of reflecting on the year, a special moment in the arts that you had.
Dang, I can't think of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I'll-
like art.
I have nothing but bad news. I'm getting kicked out of my rental for my gallery. So that was a terrible moment that happened literally the day before my birthday. And yeah, so
I'm sorry.
but the whole year was great. It was a great year, you know. So it's just we weren't supposed to do shows. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the space. You
Well,
know.
thanks for all your work. Roses was an
Yeah.
just
Thank you.
such a it's one of the only all ages spaces
Yeah.
in Bloomington, and
I wanna try and
that's-
find something new, but-
Yeah, it's a loss to the community.
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
I'm working with one of the primary organizers of events in that space to
Yeah.
think through other options. It's not easy right now, but I'm happy to talk with you about that too. So,
Yeah.
But it sucks, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just no. I mean, it's just the rent-seeking behavior, you know, and then you have to, you know, adapt to that, and then it's just you have to please a landlord, and you know, you have to. That's a whole balance. You know what I mean? It's just like
Tricky.
it's like if you want to do big events, you know, there's so much that goes with that, and it's just like I love that there's so many people willing to take on that work, but it's just like the landlord wasn't willing to like see any value in that for some reason. So
Yeah. It's a Bloomington issue, you know.
yeah,
It's-
yeah, the landlords. I don't know. It's just they, you know, yeah, they be landlording.
Yeah.
I had one good
Babysitting
thing,
the rent.
a positive thing. It was the tending night at in the house gallery and event that happened, and I don't know if anybody went to it. Did you go?
No.
It was the one put on by Faye last
Oh,
year.
yes, I was there very late.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was there, and it was a great event. It was in a house, and it was, luckily, the person who owned the house allowed it to happen, so we didn't have any problems with, landlords or anything, but it was a really positive thing, and it was also a fundraiser for SNAP, so it solved a couple of things, not just art, but it was lovely, and it was just the kind of thing we need more of in Bloomington.
Yeah.
And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So how can we do that? I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
I have one. My wife and I like to see theater, and there was good theater this year, but one that stood out in particularly was the Jewish theater production of Arthur Miller's The Price,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was just so well done.
Mine is more so just like a concept in general from this year. So, my partner, he's never really been exposed to like this whole public art world. So it's just like, what? So just like seeing his reaction, because we went to like OT 97 and him seeing that, and then we went back later when it was dark, and he was like, or when we went to AAAI when they had their potpourri, and just kind of seeing his reaction to things, because he just never really kind of, he's from like construction, so it's just like two different worlds. But just like to just see that reaction of like, he's like, wow, I didn't know all this kind of existed, and it's just really cool that you're introducing me to a lot of things. So
That's fantastic.
yeah, that's just a good feeling.
Cool.
That's so cute.
I've got a selfish one.
Let's hear it.
There was a game developed for South Bend in 2014-15, where there's maybe 160 yards across the river, and there's towers on either side. And when you wave your hands this way, and it sends a ball of light across the water, and if somebody on the other side catches it, like, they're just sensors of watching your hands, then the whole place bursts into like rainbows. And we had a lot of interference with it because of giant bugs that are near the water, and we can't tune it out. So we developed a new game that opened this last year, actually in September, where there are a series of towers where it's a color mixing game. So there's 3 stations, and the public can get out there and mix the secondary colors of light, but it's really explosive at times. So that's been a great success, and we got yet another contract to do it yet another bridge this coming year. So
Wow.
they're being
Exciting.
Yeah.
well, there's a lot of light in South Bend.
I guess my good thing is getting involved with the commission. Honestly, I've been able to meet a lot of people and learn about a lot of the art spaces here. So I feel like it would have taken me longer to do that without this commission. So happy to. I think that's my one good 2025. I'm sure there's many more, but I just can't remember.
I saw a lot of art this year.
Yeah.
But I actually just found out a few weeks ago that I got a Andy Warhol Artist Writers Grant to write about censorship of art concerning Palestine in the United States. So it's a grant to commission an article to write about that. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's like the most
Terrific.
Yeah,
yeah, it's cool.
that's
So,
big.
Great.
That's huge.
yeah, so I'm really excited about that. It's a project for next year. So yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot I could recap from this year. I think that if I'm thinking of 2025, when I two sort of like selfish thing, and then one kind of like I don't know, like broader thing. I mean, the one thing I'll mention is Natalie and sort of like the,
Yeah.
the disruption midpoint in the air. That was like,
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, that was just a really big blow to the commission, and something that still I mean, I know we've moved on, but I don't think it's like solely been fully sort of like
Yeah.
fixed.
No,
Not like
absolutely not,
in a sense. So, but it was really heartening to kind of see the way that we all responded as a commission, and also see the way that the public responded as well, and kind of like how we support each other and stand up for each other. So there was a silver lining there. My own personal sort of like artistic experiences this year, I'll think of performing in Buffy Prom. I got to play as part of a Killers cover band, which was a ton of fun. And then going to Soul Talk that night.
Oh my
Soul
God,
Talk.
Soul Talk
Yeah.
was the
It's just like
best.
totally,
Yeah.
like just blew my mind. So yeah, those are I think some of my highlights for the year. So.
Cool. Yeah, definitely agree about Natalie, and I think also just the community showing up for her at that meeting was really impactful. It just shows it goes beyond this room.
Right.
And
Very
yeah. I took up line dancing this year,
Oh,
which is
that's fun.
something
What a
as someone who grew up
blast.
hating country music and everything affiliated with that culture. The 13-year-old version of myself is very angry at me, but it's so much fun. And it's just such a cool community, and it's right upstairs from Honky Tonk at the Block House every Tuesday night. So that's been super fun and completely
Nice.
unexpected. And the other thing is, my dad and I got tattoos together this year. So he's always been like super anti-tattoo, but he's a bug scientist. So this is what reminded me of it, Rob. It's like bugs. And his favorite bug is the mayfly for reasons that are too subtle for me to understand. And so he decided he wanted to get a tattoo of a mayfly. So I went and visited him last winter. And I was like, Dad, we're gonna do it. And I found an artist that specialized in like black and white line designs of like nature. And so my dad and I found this really cool rendering of a mayfly in an old insect book and sent it to him. And he made this awesome like rendering of it. And we both went and got them when I was there. And it was just like super cool. And my dad finally like opened up to the artist about why he loved mayflies. And so I finally got to find out like why, and it was just this whole new experience of my family that I didn't expect. So it was very cool.
But your first thing,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you go to the demolition derby at the county.
Yeah, right. You know, yeah.
A whole extension of line
yeah,
dancing.
right. Yeah.
It's always a speedway. I mean,
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I think we'd also be remiss if we didn't mention OT6 or OT.
OT 97. Oh yeah.
Finally getting in the ground.
yeah.
I would say, oh, there's Lynn. I would say the minute, until that first double arc went into the ground, I was just like, boy, I'm gonna get run out of town. And the moment it went into the ground, I was like,
Crazy.
but 6 years. 6
Did it
years.
go away?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Ellen,
I
can
think
you
you
hear
did
us?
mid. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
I see her on my screen. Oh, there she is. Hold on.
Huh.
It might just be how I have.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the share.
Yeah.
Oh.
There she is.
Oh,
Oh, wait, you're muted.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I took me a while to figure out where I had put the meeting link. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, good. We're just wrapping up, and actually, your timing is perfect. We're sharing like a highlight or two in the arts from the past year. What is there a particular like event you attended, or artistic thing that you did, or just a special artistic moment this past year?
Well, I don't know, but two things. I was fortunate enough to be able to attend the Adventures of Cavalier and Clay at the Met in New York.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Which was really amazing. And so I was very, very lucky to be able to do that. Abra Bush of the School of Music invited me and my husband, and we were able to go. And I also just was lucky enough to go with a friend at the movie theater to see Sondheim's Merrily We Roll Along, which was great fun, and I still have it in my ear.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to IU Theater presenting that, I think, this spring.
Mhm.
That'll be great, yeah.
Great. Cool. Well, yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. That's yeah. That's I think that's the end of the meeting. Yeah. No. Yeah. No public comment.
Oops.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
All good. Lynn, I'll check in about getting in touch sometime soon.
Okay, great. And I'm gonna put this link somewhere where I can find it better again.
Yeah,
because
Yeah, we can also make sure it's included in that in that email. Yeah, sorry about that.
But thank you for letting me join right here at the tail end.
Yeah, no, of course. It's good to hear from you. Good to see you. And yeah, I'll
Party time.
Yeah, I wish everyone a happy happy holiday season.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing your moments from the past year. And yeah, let's go party.
Woo! Thanks, Lynn.
Bye, Lynn.